Hey, what's up guys? So today I wanted to make a video of showing you how to color separate, or at least how I color separate. There's probably a million ways to color separate, I am very aware, but this is how I color separate and it's worked well for me. So I wanted to kind of just give you a background of how I take a design and I bring it into ready for screen print. Just the computer work of screen print. I know I was very interested in this and I've always wanted a video of it, so I kind of wanted to make it for anyone that's kind of like a design freak like me. So let's just get into it. This design was provided by a customer and I'm actually going to screen print this. So let's open it into Photoshop. And this is the file. He wanted three colors. So we're gonna go with, obviously you can tell there's gonna just kind of like break it down. There is obviously an underbase because he's gonna own a black shirt. So let's just make the black shirt real quick. So there is the background. So it's gonna be an underbase and two values of blue, kind of like a darker blue and then a lighter blue, and then the highlight white right on top. So it's gonna be 4 screens with 3 colors, both gonna be white. So what I would do first is, if you can tell, there's gonna be like a transparent thing right here. You kind of need that out of the way. So what you do is you kind of merge it with the background, so the dark shirt. So we're gonna merge them. Control E, or you can press merge layers, Control E. Either way works. And then we're just gonna grab everything that he wants screen printed. So we're gonna do our best to kind of grab everything that we see here and just kind of play with it. Grab over the bottom. That looks good. If we get a little bit of the black in there, it's totally fine. We still have, the black's gonna be the color of the shirt, so we're not gonna print black ink. So here's what we have. The customer also wanted it 15 inches wide on the back. So we wanted to select. You can either press Control and select this little square, or you can select the pixels by right clicking it. Either way works. So we're going to crop it, just so we have everything in the design, like in nothing but the artboard, nothing but the design in the artboard. Enter. And now we're going to image size, and he wants it at 15, so 15, make it 15. That's just the maximum dimensions for an order of 24. And 300 resolution. 300 resolution is very important, just because every single one of the steps involved is going to be at 300 resolution, and it's just, that's a good quality to have. You'll see everything with 300 resolution. So let's click OK. There it is. First things first, we want a underbase. So let's just get that going. We're gonna have to duplicate it so we don't mess with the original, because we still want the colors, but we're going to make a copy and we're going to go to mode and grayscale. Discard it. So we're going to channels, and we want this channel to create the underbase. But first, let's just brighten up the whites, because we have to kind of compensate for the ink loss, because you're going from a computer to a film to a screen to having ink on the screen to pushing the ink through the screen. There's going to be a little bit of ink loss on the way, so we're compensating that for this step, just so we don't have to, lose so much detail. So we're gonna bring it up probably to around 19. That looks good. So this is the step where we go from file to dots. Everything in screen print with at least like files and designs like this is gonna be in dots, so all gradients. There's a file that I use. If you want to email me at info@dreamshirtstudios.com, I'll leave it in the description below. It's called Halftone Converter. If you want it, just email me and I'll email you back and I'll send this over. But this shows you the channels in your channel window. We want gray, so we're gonna click gray, create. Oh wait, no. We missed a step. So we're just gonna breeze through this, continue. Yeah, convert. And we're going to have to delete this. And first we need to invert it. So like this would be a film positive for screen print. We have to make it look like this first before we do that. So scripts, browse, Halftone Converter, load, and gray. So ellipse is what we want. So we're gonna click ellipse. 45 degrees or 45 frequency. It's basically frequency is the size of the dot, how big you want the dot. 45 is good for holding inside of a screen, so I go with 45. You can do 55. It depends on the screen printer, or the color. But 45 is always good, so we just stick with 45. 300 resolution is what I mentioned before. So everything gonna stay at 300 resolution. It's just it means like 300 pixels per square inch. So 300 dots per inch. It really holds the quality. So 300 resolution is really what we want. And 25 angle, I use it all the time. I've heard from people that you go 22.5. I heard 61. I like 25. It works well. It works good. So I can stick with it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So right here we have it at bitmap. This is bitmap. You can't really do anything with it. So here are the steps to make it ready for a color simulation. So you can test out how it would look on press in Photoshop. So we go to image mode, grayscale. So now it's kind of like pixels. And then we go to mode, RGB, and we unlock the layer. So as you can tell, this would be a film positive with the underbase. It's just little dots to make up what it is. So I'm gonna invert this real quick so you see what it looks like. And as you can tell, this was the original. I'm inverting it by going to adjustments and invert. I'm pressing Control I on my keyboard. I know you can't see it, but that's what I'm doing. So I invert it and then press Control I, just to make it faster. So here is what we just had. That's the underbase. That's what we wanted to look like on the shirt before we print any color. And that's what we have. So it's just the same thing made up of little dots to create the values of gray with using the black of the shirt and the white of the ink. It's obviously just white ink or white dots, but with using the black background, you're seeing everything. You're seeing like a whole bunch of different grays. It's just the magic of screen print. So first, let's just get rid of the black on the layer, and then let's make the black shirt under it, because it could be any color, you know, shirt. So there's the underbase. There it is. So we can go back and grab, there are gonna be two values. So we're probably gonna go, let's say like the brightest blue is 100%. Let's say like this brightest blue is 100%, and then this darkest blue is probably 0%. So we're probably gonna have to go like 20% blue and 80-90% blue. Let's say he wanted 8 colors. We can do a whole bunch of 8 colors and it'll look exactly like this. Obviously it's not gonna be perfect when you're going with 2 blues and like 2 blues and a white, but we'll make it look as close to it as possible. So real quick, let's go ahead and grab mid blue. And how you would do that is you go to select, color range, and what you want to do is, what I do is kind of just grab around, see what you're looking at. I kind of want some of this, so I'm going to go like darker, probably like right there. And this fuzziness board kind of just like gives you what you need, or like you can range. So like, let's say I'm clicking that color, that dark blue color. With fuzziness, I can grab a lot more color ranges that kind of go with that, which obviously is the blue. But I know that I'm gonna use another blue, so I'm kind of balancing both, you know, that dark and that light. So right there, I believe is gonna be good. It's gonna be good. So right there is gonna be good. Okay, I like that. So it's gonna go under the top blue, so we can grab a lot of it and then kind of compensate with the both highlight white and the lighter blue. So we're good with that. So next step, we have all the colors selected. It's grabbing like just a range of it. So I go to channels and click this button. It makes a channel of the selection. Deselect, go to that. That's what you're looking at for this, well, invert it. That's what you're looking at for the film. So we're gonna do the same thing. Go to File, Scripts, Browse, Halftone's over. I'm gonna go a little bit fast because I don't want this thing to drag on too long. I know it's gonna be long, but ellipse, 45, 300, 25. Cool. So we're going to, like the thing I did, I went mode, grayscale. Here, I'll do it again. So mode, grayscale, mode, RGB, and we're going to unlock the layer. So now what I do is I want just the black. So to make it easier for myself, because I don't want to like try and like grab that, because it's gonna make it a little bit difficult. I just grab the white and then select the inverse. So I'm just grabbing the, I'm just swapping it to make it easier for myself. And I'm gonna click the blue that I just selected and grab the selection. I'm gonna press Alt Delete, which is fill, or you could go to edit, fill, foreground color. Obviously it takes longer. So Alt Delete does that. And I'm gonna copy it and I'm gonna bring it into where my underbase is, so I can kind of like get an idea. And I'm gonna paste it in place. I'm gonna press Control Shift V, but you can also do paste special, paste in place. There it is. There's the mid blue, or the darker blue. So I like the way that looks. Now let's go in to get a lighter blue. So let's go like our color range, and let's go like right there. Let's grab a lot of it because I feel like we're gonna need a lot of it. Boom. Let's go. Let's try it. Alpha, deselect, inverse. Now it's our film. File, script, browse, Halftone, load, and we're just gonna grab this one. We don't need the alpha one anymore. Deselect it. And then boom, 45, 300, and 25. So what I did right there, grayscale, or RGB, and then unlock the layer. I just have an action for it to make it a lot faster. I press play and it's done. So I'm gonna do this again. Select the white, select or inverse, and then I'm gonna fill it with that same blue that I just got. So now we have a simulation. Boom. So this is the underbase, and we want the underbase obviously under everything. So let's just name them. This is underbase. This is dark blue. And this is light blue. Now, obviously, we can compare real quick. This is what we have, and this is what we have. So, this is what we have right now, and obviously we're missing a lot of white. And I can change the color of the blue later, but now it is time for the highlight white. So we're going to use this. Actually, no, let's go back. We're going to use this. So we're going to go to select color range. Grab the highlight white. You grab the brightest white of everything, and then we're going to have a lot to kind of like cover, like with this. So, and we're gonna grab some of the cities to make that pop. Obviously the text, we got that, and this. So I like that. We're gonna go with it. Selection, make a channel, deselect, inverse, alpha 3 is gonna be a highlight white, scripts, browse, Halftone, email me if you need that. Alpha 3, ellipse, 45, 300, and 25. So we got alpha 3, and I'm gonna click play. I'm going to select that, select inverse. I'm gonna make it white. I think it's a little bit bluish white, so I'm in control. Okay. And then I'm gonna copy that white, go to the gray, and I'm gonna make sure I paste it right on top of the light blue. Boom. So that's looking pretty good. We're gonna compare this to this. How are we looking? We're looking pretty good. That looks looking pretty good. think the blue can obviously be a little bit more different. So let's just grab a different blue. It's kind of the same blue. Let's try this blue. How is that? Maybe a little bit darker. Maybe a little more blue. Let's just try it. It's over here. Blue. Let's bring it to 200. No, a little bit more. 210. Let's try that. Boom. Let's just grab. What we can do here, I'll show you something. I'll grab a whole bunch of blues. I'll grab this one. I'll grab this one. I'll grab even this one. It's a little bit too dark. Grab this one. And I got them right here. I got them on my swatches. So I'm gonna go to gray. I'm gonna select that by holding Control and clicking the little thumbnail. Obviously, select pixels you can do too. And I'm gonna press Control H. So it's still selected, but you can't see it. It's kind of like hide, I think, you know. So I'm gonna fill it. That's looking good. That's looking good. Maybe a little bit brighter. Let's try and brighten it up. Let's go like 69. Boom, boom. Yeah. And I mean, obviously you can tell it's not like identical, not perfect. Obviously there's like a teal turquoise and there's this dark blue, but we're making it up with two blues. So that is relatively what I would go with. I probably will edit the blue just a little bit more to make it more exact. But as you can tell, that is what a screen print would look like. It would just be, let's go with it. This would be the first pass, underbase, then that dark blue to make that ocean, the light blue to make it all Arctic and icy, and then obviously the highlight to make it really good. But yeah, that's how you color separate. Put in the comments if you have any questions. I know there's a lot that I just did, but if you want to learn more, go ahead and even email me if you want, or DM me on Instagram, Dreamshare Studios. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I hope you have a fantastic day.